everyone. Welcome to another edition of Get to Know Gives Back. I'm your host, Quinn Pettifer, Manager of Brand Initiatives for the Gazette, which plays a lot of different roles here at the Gazette. But for today, I get the honor to get to host this podcast series sponsored by Collins Community Credit Union. They support Gazette Gives Back in many capacities, including this podcast series. And for those that are not familiar, Gazette Gives Back is our annual program, which works with 31 different nonprofits throughout Eastern Iowa. We go a whole calendar year doing different kinds of workshops, networking opportunities, offering free advertising credit so that these nonprofits can get their mission, their services out to the community. And of course, we also get to do this podcast series and chat with fabulous nonprofits like our friend Kara at Foundation 2. Kara, how you doing?
Good morning. I'm so excited to chat with you.
Absolutely. From across the street, right?
Yes.
Our downtown neighbors. We were just chatting off camera. It's been just shy of a year since Foundation 2 has moved to downtown. And I love your view. I love your window.
Yeah, I feel very spoiled with the view right now. There's construction back there, so there's a lot of activity, which is kind of fun to watch, but we get amazing sunlight in here, and the space has just done so much to, I don't know, give us a opportunity to connect with each other. Prior to being in the space, there was a lot of physical locations, and so we have this wonderful hub to have meetings. We have restorative spaces. We have an amazing training facility. So it's been really, really tremendous for us. We feel really fortunate.
Absolutely. And such a smart method of repurposing a really beautiful building. So we're excited and very happy to have you as a neighbor and part of the downtown neighborhood. So beyond that, Kara, though, you are the Director of Quality and Training for Foundation 2. And I know Foundation 2 has been part of a lot of our coverage. You've been very involved. You, Emily, the whole team has been involved in Iowa Ideas, discussions about mental health. But for those that are not familiar, why don't you start us off with just an explanation of the mission and the work of Foundation 2?
Sure, thank you. So Foundation 2 has been around for quite a long time, and our mission is to be a trusted support when life gets tough. We focus on providing support for all people, anytime, every time. We have free and voluntary crisis prevention services that are available 24/7, 365. And we're really, really focused on being available for individuals that are experiencing crisis, advocating for suicide prevention, and also just being a resource for our community.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And you're not kidding when you say 24/7. I mean, the
Yes.
mobile crisis unit, crisis shelter. I mean, there's just so many options for somebody that is either in crisis or somebody that knows someone in crisis. That's where Foundation 2 really shines, but also just that preventative care. I'm helping educate folks. Again, being part of the downtown neighborhood, I'm learning more and more about your outreach to different businesses, individuals, families, about being proactive and having strong mental health skill sets, being able to identify when somebody might need some help. It's fantastic. And how, I guess, in that phase, your clientele has grown over the years, obviously.
Mhm.
How is need and demand going these days versus what you have capacity to do? You have a very strong team, but
Yeah. Yeah, we have some really, really tremendous, smart leaders, and they are positioning us well to be at capacity. And, um, it's been interesting. It seems as if we've had a steady growth the last several years with access to our crisis services. And that could be for a variety of different reasons. I think that we're still, 988, the suicide and crisis prevention hotline, like there's been a lot of awareness around that. I think that there also has been an increased conversation and a decrease in the stigma associated with mental health and awareness since COVID. And so we are seeing an increase in the usage, but I think that's also really wonderful because that means that people feel comfortable accessing the resources. We will be here, we're available, we are staffed, and we think of the demand as a positive thing because that means people are reaching out and we are able to provide in those moments.
absolutely. And even in the most vulnerable of moments, knowing that you're not alone, knowing that there are folks in the community who are willing to share their story. That's one of the things I've been especially impressed with, and I think Foundation Two's had a lot to do with that, is having people be okay to tell their story
Mhm.
when times have been tough or when they've really needed to lean on resources like Foundation Two, making it okay to not be okay. When
It
you have that
yeah,
willing to
it
do
takes
that.
it takes a tremendous amount of bravery to say, "I need help," and invite someone into a really, really vulnerable moment or a crisis moment in your life. And the more that we can share that we are available to help, that it's okay. People experience difficulty and crisis, and it's part of being a human, unfortunately. And to know that you aren't alone and that there are people that are really, really skilled, compassionate, and we have the capacity to help.
Absolutely. A great team and great volunteers.
Hmm.
I want to talk a little bit about, you've got some fun signature programs, fundraisers that you do throughout the year. We get to see some of that in the downtown area. Do you want to talk about some of the different fundraisers and things that you host?
A couple that we have that are really fun are Putts for Prevention. So that is coming up very quickly in the Cedar Rapids area. That's May 16th. So we are almost tapped out with, people being able to sign up. So if anyone is interested, we still have a little bit of time. In Marion in September, we do the same thing, Putts for Prevention. It's really, really fun. We have such great attendance, and it's just a really great way to support our mission, but also for people to learn about what we do in the community. We have a few other just kind of advocacy events. Light the Night is for World Suicide Prevention Day. That's September 10th. And that's a really beautiful opportunity. We light a lot of luminaries outside of our downtown headquarters, and people can light a luminary for a loved one that has died by suicide. It's an opportunity to share something if they would like to in honor of a loved one. It's free, open to the community. So we really like to involve the community because we care a lot about being an active member in our community, and we rely so much on the support from the community members.
Absolutely. If you're downtown during Pets for Prevention, it's especially entertaining from our building. And I remember the first year that we were in our building across from you, and just looking out the window, and there were just groups and groups of people,
Yes.
and I'm like, is it a farmer's market day? Did I miss something? Is there a parade? And then I learned all about Pets for Prevention, where you get to stop by the different restaurants, bars, and it's just a really wonderful
Yeah.
tribute to see so many people participate. And you're right, it sells out. There's only so many spots. So
We get some teams that are pretty competitive. When I
yeah,
volunteered here, there were some teams that took it very seriously, which is a lot of fun.
absolutely. Well, Kara, as we wrap up, I just want to give you a chance to talk a little bit more about, if somebody needs your services, what's the best way to connect?
Yes, thank you. So we have a fantastic website. It's been revamped. It has a plethora of information about our programs, our services, how to get in contact with us. That's foundation2.org. If you are in crisis or need someone to talk to, our Foundation to Crisis line has been around for a long time. You can always call that, or sometimes a longer number is difficult to remember. If you call 988, that routes to us primarily as well. And that's a great starting point for someone to talk to if an individual would like access to mobile crisis. If they just have questions about resources, that is the number to call, and we'll do everything that we can for someone. Volunteer opportunities as well. We love volunteers. We have lots of opportunities. That's on our website, and there's a link that anyone can click and get in contact with some different volunteer opportunities that we have.
Yeah, and all skill sets. It doesn't have to be
Yes.
a licensed therapist or any, I mean, it's amazing to see the different kinds of opportunities to get involved and just show your support. So that's awesome. Well, Kara, happy almost 1 year anniversary of being the Gazette's downtown neighbor, and for being for many years. Just please pass our thanks and appreciation on to everybody at the team for being not only advocates and leaders in mental health here locally, but I know on a state level, a regional level, a national level. You've been the team's been a voice for many years and continues to grow in that voice. So thank you for that, and thanks for being a part of Gazette Gives Back.
Thank you. Appreciated the opportunity.
Absolutely. And thanks to our viewers for checking out another edition of Get to Know Gives Back. I am your host, Quinn Pettifer, and we'll see you next time.